Have you ever felt trapped in a whirlwind of commitments, promises, and demands, leaving you with no time for yourself or the things that truly matter? If the answer is yes, you're not alone. We've all experienced that feeling of being stuck in a relentless cycle, not knowing how to refuse or say no. But did you know that a simple word, no, can completely transform your life? It empowers you to reclaim control over your time, energy, and focus, allowing you to dedicate them to what truly matters. Today, we'll explore the power of no through the lens of Stoic philosophy, an ancient school of thought that emphasizes self-control and focusing on what's within our control. We'll delve into why saying no is so challenging, and more importantly, how to say it confidently and effectively without feeling guilty or anxious. Subscribe to my channel today, and don't miss out on the secrets to saying no to the unimportant and confidently saying yes to the things that truly make your life meaningful. Number 1. Self-awareness is a core element. In Stoic philosophy, self-awareness is a core element that helps us live a meaningful life and avoid the traps of wasting time and energy on unnecessary things. The first step to saying no to things that are not important is to develop a deep understanding of oneself, of the values that truly matter to us, and the long-term goals we want to achieve in life. This requires us to have a clear understanding of what is genuinely important to us and why we choose to say yes or no to those things. One of the most important principles that Stoic philosophy teaches us is to control our reactions to everything that happens around us. Before saying yes to something, ask yourself, why am I agreeing to this? Does it align with my values and goals? By continuously asking yourself this question, you will not only pause to think carefully before making decisions, but also help your mind become more mindful and perceptive of unnecessary temptations in life. This questioning can be applied to every aspect of daily life. For example, when you are about to check your mobile phone unconsciously, stop for a moment and ask yourself, why? What is the purpose of this? Is it truly necessary? Doing this will not only help you avoid wasting precious time, but also make you more aware of your own habits and how they may affect your focus and the larger goals you're pursuing. In Stoic philosophy, we are encouraged to constantly question, does this benefit me? Does it truly contribute to my personal development or my long-term goals? If the answer is yes, then proceed. But if the answer is no, then have the courage to say no, because unimportant things will only steal away the opportunities for you to focus on what truly matters. This does not mean you must reject everything in life. Rather, it means you need to know how to prioritize what is truly important to you. Every time you say yes to something, you are committing to it, dedicating a part of your life to fulfill it. Therefore, saying yes must be a well-considered decision and align with the goals and values you are pursuing. Even in saying no, a certain mindfulness is required. It's not just about rejecting everything without thought. Before saying no, pause to consider why you are refusing. If you are saying no out of fear, insecurity, or any reason that is not constructive, you might be missing an important opportunity. However, if your reason stems from protecting your time, energy, and focus for more important things, then it is a wise decision. In practice, applying Stoic philosophy to say no to unimportant things helps us live a simple yet meaningful life. It helps us eliminate distractions, focus on truly important goals, and nurture peace within our minds. When we clearly know what we want and why we want it, we will find it easier to make decisions and not be drawn into meaningless things. Number 2, build strong self-discipline. In Stoic philosophy, the second step to learning how to say no to unimportant things in life is to build strong self-discipline. This step requires perseverance, courage, and a high degree of self-control, because self-discipline is not only about managing daily behaviors and habits, but also about remaining steadfast to the values and goals we have set. When we cultivate self-discipline, we learn to restrain immediate impulses and fleeting desires to focus on what is most meaningful and important in our lives. Building self-discipline is not easy, because sometimes the things we need to say no to are the most tempting and exciting. We as humans are naturally drawn to short-term pleasures and experiences that provide immediate gratification, but these do not always align with our long-term goals. For instance, we all enjoy life's pleasures, but sometimes these pleasures do not bring real value or help us progress. Imagine you have a plan to study or meditate for self-improvement, but you receive an invitation from friends to attend a party. Of course, attending a party is a fun activity that brings joy, social connection, and entertainment, but you also know that studying or meditating are activities that offer long-term benefits and are more important to your life. These activities help build a strong mental foundation, enhance wisdom, and develop personal strength. To achieve greater success, you must prioritize what is truly important and meaningful to your long-term goals. In such situations, self-discipline becomes a powerful tool to help you say no to things that are not appropriate. When you have discipline, you will be able to clearly identify what is truly important to you and stick to it, regardless of how many external temptations may beckon. Discipline helps you say, "No, this is truly important to me, and I must do it," which is the first step towards achieving true freedom. Freedom from unnecessary social pressures and expectations. Saying no does not mean you have to upset others. Instead, you must learn how to decline politely and respectfully. Clearly explain why you need to focus on your work or goals. When you communicate sincerely and transparently, others will understand and respect your decision. This also helps them recognize that you are serious about your time and values, and they may also learn to value their own time and goals more. Stoic philosophy reminds us that all external temptations and desires, no matter how attractive, are merely externals that do not belong to our essence. We cannot control the temptations that arise in life, but we can control our reactions to them. Self-discipline trains us to exercise this control, helping us remain steady amid life's challenges and always focus on our long-term goals. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Building self-discipline is about controlling our minds, not allowing them to be swayed by external temptations. When we train our minds to focus on what is truly important, we will be able to say no firmly and confidently to things that do not bring value. Finally, remember that self-discipline is not a single act, but a continuous process. Every time you say no to unimportant things, you are strengthening your will and spirit, building a lifestyle that you truly desire. It is a lifestyle not influenced by social pressure or dictated by meaningless habits and desires, but one oriented toward personal development and core values. Number 3. Value your time. The third step to learning how to say no to unimportant things in life is to understand that your time is an incredibly valuable asset. Time, unlike money or material possessions, cannot be stored or reclaimed once it has passed. Every moment we live on Earth is limited, and we do not have an infinite amount of time to do everything we want. Therefore, recognizing the value of time is a crucial step to living more meaningfully and effectively. Try to think of time in the same way you think about money. When you have money, you don't waste it on meaningless or unnecessary things. You don't throw money around carelessly wherever you go. Instead, you carefully consider and think twice before spending to ensure you are using your money most effectively. Similarly, our time needs to be used carefully and wisely. If you respect time as you respect money, you will become more conscious of how you use it and learn to prioritize what truly matters. In reality, we often do not think about the true value of time until we feel we are running out of it. For instance, when you're busy with work and have no time for family or personal hobbies, you realize how precious time is. However, it is important not to wait until you feel a shortage of time to recognize its value. We need to be aware of time early on to use it in the best way possible. Unlike money, time cannot be earned back. Once a moment has passed, it will never return. That is why we need to understand that within this finite period, we must do the best we can. Realizing that our time is limited will motivate us to live more purposefully, to learn to say no to things that do not bring value, and to say yes to what is truly important. When you begin to understand the value of time, you will become more serious about how you use it. You will no longer waste time on meaningless things, unworthy relationships, or activities that do not provide long-term benefits. You will learn to allocate time for the things that truly matter, the goals you want to achieve, and the values you want to protect. Moreover, when you value time, you will find it easier to refuse requests or invitations that do not align with your goals and values. This not only helps you save time for more important matters, but also helps you develop self-control and determination. You will no longer feel compelled to participate in unnecessary activities or feel pressured to please others by sacrificing your own time. Time is an incredibly valuable asset, but many people do not realize this until it is too late. They let unimportant things consume their time, only to look back and see how many precious moments have been wasted. Therefore, value your time. Be serious about every moment, and do not let it slip away in vain. If you truly value your time, you will learn to say no to things that are not important and say yes to what truly matters. You will prioritize activities that bring the highest value to your life, thereby creating a life that is richer in meaning, fulfillment, and happiness. Remember that time, once it is passed, will never return. That is why we must use our time wisely and effectively, just as we would manage a valuable, irreplaceable asset. Number 4. Ask yourself, what does this mean to me? To learn how to say no to things that are not important in life, the final and most crucial step is to clearly define what truly matters to you. Most of the time, we say yes to things that are unnecessary because we have not fully understood the values, goals, and deeper meanings that we wish to pursue in life. When there is no clear determination of what is genuinely important, we can easily be swept away by the flow of demands, temptations, and external pressures. Clearly identifying what is truly important helps you make decisions more easily, especially when faced with ambiguous choices. When you have a solid understanding of your greater life goals, you'll be able to focus on those and steer clear of things that do not bring value. For example, if your goal is to achieve a promotion at work, you will need to spend time learning and improving your skills instead of participating in unrelated social activities. When you understand what is truly valuable to you, it becomes easier to say no to late-night outings or unnecessary gatherings. Consider taking some quiet time each day to ask yourself, what is truly important to me today? What should I do? What is the most important thing I should do today to achieve my larger goals in life? This is not just a simple action, but a necessary habit that helps you gain clarity and focus on what is important. For instance, if you recognize that family and health are your top values, you might decide to decline jobs that require too much overtime so you have time to care for yourself and your family. Conversely, if you value career advancement, you may choose to attend evening classes instead of watching TV or browsing social media. Sometimes doing things that are not important can provide immediate joy. For example, on a free afternoon, you may be tempted to watch your favorite movie instead of finishing pending work. But while these activities can be fun and relaxing, we must still learn to say no to them if they do not help us achieve our larger goals. Remember, these small, insignificant tasks, if accumulated over time, can create significant stagnation in your journey toward achieving your dreams and goals. Another typical example is maintaining physical health. Suppose your larger goal is to have a healthy lifestyle and maintain positive energy. To achieve this, you need to set aside time for exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient sleep. But what happens if you keep saying yes to late-night parties, fast food, and staying up late to watch movies? Clearly, these activities, while enjoyable, do not align with your long-term goals. That's when you need to pause and ask yourself, is this truly important to me? If the answer is no, then have the courage to say no and focus on what will bring long-term benefits. Determining what truly matters to you also helps you avoid being influenced by social pressure. Many times we feel obligated to agree to things that others expect of us simply because we fear rejection or worry about disappointing others. However, if you are clear about your goals and values, you will be more confident in refusing what is unnecessary and protecting your time and energy for what is genuinely important. Finally, always remember that every decision you make affects how you live your life. Be brave in saying no to things that do not matter and focus on what truly does. Practicing this every day will help you create a more fulfilling, meaningful life, aligned with the values and goals you have chosen for yourself. These tips not only help you stay away from unnecessary distractions, but also enable you to achieve bigger goals, bringing true satisfaction and happiness to your life. In the end, saying no can be truly difficult. I understand that it is very challenging, but to achieve a happier, more peaceful, and disciplined life, we need to learn to say no to things that are not important. This is not just a test of our determination and willpower, but also an opportunity to understand ourselves better and the values that truly matter to us. Learning to say no is not about hurting anyone or rejecting every opportunity, but about protecting our time, energy, and mind for the things that are genuinely valuable and meaningful. Remember, life is finite, and we do not have time to do everything. Therefore, be wise in your choices and focus on what truly matters to you. Take time to reflect on the goals and values you want to achieve, and be bold in saying no to things that do not align with them. By practicing these small tips, you will not only feel happier but also create a more complete, peaceful, and meaningful life.